morning. It's Thursday, January 23rd. Thanks so much for joining us for this edition of Up to the Minute. I'm Sade Campbell, and I serve as Enrollment Communications and Social Media Manager here at Houston Community College. Pleased to be joined by my co-host, Ms. Linda Davis, who serves as the Office Manager for College Operations at HCC Northeast. Good morning, Linda. Well, Linda must be dusting some of that ice off.
Good morning. You made it through the snow.
I did, and honestly, that my prayer was answered. I didn't want to survive during a snow day. Listen, we needed power, we needed basic needs, and prayers were answered. So we were able to stay safe and stay warm. So yeah, I'm ready for this 2-day week.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, for those that may not, we've been on break and they may not remember, how do they catch up to the minute? Remind the people, Linda.
Well, we're live on Houston Community College's district Facebook page, not HCC, and YouTube. We're also live on X, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV at noon, 5 and 10, Monday through Fridays.
All right. Well, for Thursday Family Fun Day, we're talking about a fun club with an upcoming event, Welcome into the show, Dr. Nazanin Hebel, who is a biology professor for HCC Northwest and advisor of the Anime Village Club. Good morning, Dr. Hebel.
Good morning.
All right. You and Linda are going to have a good conversation in just a sec. But first, we're going to kick things off by congratulating one of HCC's new deans and talking about some other news in her Center of Excellence. I want to welcome to the show Katherine Rhodes Fields, who serves as the Dean of HCC Media, Visual, and Performing Arts, better known as our MVP Center of Excellence here at HCC. Welcome back to the show, Katherine.
Thank you so much for having me.
And congratulations on your new role.
Thank you so much.
And you know, best way to kick off a role for media, visual, and performing arts is to do something on camera, I suppose. So we're happy to have you here on Up to the Minute. And I know you're busy, so we appreciate you taking time. I know you have some news to share with us about accreditations, but first we want to give some updates on the Center of Excellence. What can students expect this spring, and what are we looking ahead toward?
Well, we have a lot of wonderful events that are coming up. We have a lot of faculty exhibitions in the visual arts program at all the galleries across the system. These exhibitions highlight our faculty that teach our courses, as well as some of our staff that work for the visual arts program. We also have performances with our drama students and that are faculty led and course led. And we also have musical performances by our students as well. So we're really excited to have these performances by our students and also to our student exhibitions throughout the semester. So we're very excited to have them across the system, and we really look forward to everyone coming and being a part of those.
Yeah, it's so important to pay attention to the arts. There's so much to learn from them. And then I was laughing, as soon as Christmas trees went down, Valentine's decorations went up. Like they just skipped over it. So do you all have any shows or exhibitions that would make a good date night?
Yes, actually, most of our receptions for our visual arts exhibitions are in the evening. So I'll send those along to y'all, a listing of those so they can go and see. There is one exhibition at the Central Gallery that is Professor Marie Valdez's, and they are beautiful landscapes of urban settings, and also too from her travels around the United States. So that would be a wonderful romantic, maybe talk about like maybe going on a trip together, or maybe a holiday, a romantic holiday. So that could be a good opportunity there.
There you go. And so back to the academic side, but we care about our whole student, right? So I had to get that out.
Of course.
But there are some accreditations that you all have been able to secure, and this really matters in the higher education space for students that are looking to want to transfer and things of that nature, that our programs are accredited.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So in the COE, the NVPs, right, of HCC, our filmmaking and visual arts programs are accredited in the NASAD, that's the National Associations of Schools of Art and Design, which is part of the Art Plus Design unit here at HCC. And so those accreditation, those two programs in the art and design, in the art and design unit, as well as our COE, excuse me, they are part of 7 programs that are accredited. They've allowed us to improve our facilities across the system. And so that's one of the wonderful things about the accreditation. It also allows our degrees to transfer seamlessly for our students to other NASAD accredited programs, which is wonderful. But it also improves our facilities and our experiences for our students so that they can be successful. And those that are happening right now is they're improving our ventilation systems at the A-Leaf Hayes campus in the printmaking studio on the 3rd floor, and also to improving the ventilation system in the ceramic studio at Central Campus. They're also improving the theater for filmmaking here at A-Leaf, which is also very exciting. And also buying equipment, the packs for filmmaking as well. So this also infuses the programs with more equipment and for safety. And so we're really grateful for that. It's also allowed us to purchase kilns and to install kilns and to improve other ventilation for the painting courses and other areas throughout the system. So we're really grateful for that accreditation. And our faculty and staff have worked very, very hard to secure that. And we're very pleased with all the work that we've done. It also means that our courses have a rigor to them as well, and we meet the national standards. So that's also a wonderful for our students as well, is that our students, when they finish our degree plan here at HCC, they are actually with the national standard, if sometimes better than.
And listen, we definitely strive to be the best in those spaces. And I visited the learning spaces in MVP when we were setting up a virtual tour. And I don't think people realize, like, you are really walking into, and to your point earlier about even the renovations that are happening, you are walking into industry standard real spaces. I think about the film space and just how real that is for a student, all the way down to the Foley. What is the
Oh, the
Foley?
Foley studio. Yeah, the Foley studio. That's
Foley
another studio we
studio.
are improving. Yeah. So it's like, for those that don't know what Foley is where like, for instance, when you hear the crunching of people walking in the Foley studio, actually students actually take shoes and walk on like gravel, and they record that. So we're improving that studio as well and getting the recording equipment updated. So yes, and that's all here at the A-Leaf Hayes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
so
It's
those things,
amazing.
it is,
Mhm.
because you don't realize when you're listening to a film, every sound
Mhm.
that you hear is being basically simulated in the studio. It's not that a mic is on the shoes and you're hearing the click clack going. So
Right.
these are real world
Mhm.
experiences to prepare our students for the workforce. And
Absolutely.
the accrediting organization is going to get to see just how real these experiences are for our students, because you have a site visit
Mhm.
coming up, right?
We do. And so we were successful in securing our NASAD NASAD accreditation. We are now working towards our NASM, and that is the National Associations for Schools of Music. And so we're working on getting our academic program of music, as well as our music business and audio recording, which is our workforce programs in our COE, accredited by NASM. And so that will be coming up at the end of February. So our faculty and our instructional leaders, Susan Hines and Melvin Mays, we're all working together for that site visit that's coming up at the end of February. We're really excited about that opportunity to also improve those studios, and also to really enhance our curriculum and the rigor for our students, so that those programs with those certificates, as well as academic degrees in the workforce programs, can transfer seamlessly, and also to help support their transition into job placement as well.
So as a reminder, if you're just tuning in or if you missed it, our COE, Media, Visual, and Performing Arts, those programs have a lot of workforce pathways that people may not realize. What are students often surprised to learn about the program?
Well, that even our academic programs, actually, you can get a job with our academic degrees, right? Our associates in arts degrees, that you can actually, are there are skill sets that you can learn in our classrooms that will set you up for success in jobs. So before becoming dean, I was chair of the visual arts program, and prior to that, I was brought here to teach printmaking. And one of the skills that I taught my students was screen printing. And a lot of my students, four of my students that I taught and who have graduated and have left HCC, they started their careers working in screen printing shops. So they learned how to screen print in my classroom at HCC, and they went and actually got jobs straight out, and actually while they were students at HCC, pulling for T-shirts and posters. And they kind of progressed that way. One actually is now an art teacher, and the other one has moved on and is working as actually making belt buckles using his art metals not degree, but were his skill sets that he did in art metals. But he used his printmaking skills to do other projects as well. And another one of my students also moved into graphic design, did his degree at U of H, and is now working for a graphic design firm in New York City. So it's wonderful to share that with y'all, is that, yes, they started out working, they had a skill that they were learned in an academic classroom. They were able to foster and move on and move forward and start their career paths. It may have been a little slightly divergent from that kind of what we could, basic job or that simple job, and moved into other careers. But it's a fulfilling job for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I hate to cut off hearing about
No,
our
it's okay.
student success stories, but we've run out of time. But I think you have heard enough, if you are watching, to make sure that you check out the opportunities with our Center of Excellence in Media, Visual, and Performing Arts. I want to thank Katherine Fields, who serves as the Dean of HCC's Media, Visual, and Performing Arts, better known as MVP. We'll have info posted after the show. Thanks so much for joining us, Katherine.
Great. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share with everyone. Y'all have a great day.
You too. All right. Well, after a commercial break, Linda will talk to our Thursday Family Fun Day guests about anime.
At Houston Community College, we make your lessons matter. Open the door to real-world education, where passions become careers. Find out more at hccs.edu and let your success take flight.
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much like that helped me. I finally like knew that I had somebody.
Welcome back, everyone. We're moving on to Dr. Nazanin Hebel, the HCC Northwest Biology Professor and advisor of the A-Leaf Anime Village Club. Welcome back, Dr. Hebel.
Thank you. Good morning.
Is it okay if I call you Nazanin?
Please do.
Great. You had a big event that was planned for the club on yesterday, but none of our events scheduled for yesterday could take place, so I guess it will be rescheduled. But still, tell us what it was, and will it still be someday, starting with a description of Crunchyroll for those of us that do not know, because I am an anime newbie.
Sure. First, I'm so glad that we all survived the Houston snowpocalypse 2025. Actually, Crunchyroll is a streaming service for anime, manga, and their merchandise, kind of like a Netflix for anime. So if it's specifically for anime shows and movies that they have. So basically, we are really excited to partner with Comic Palooza and Crunchyroll together to bring the to actually host a screening event. They feature most popular films and shows. They will bring them to our campus right here at A-Leaf Hayes in the West Houston Institute building. And we're very excited to host that.
That is so exciting. And I have to tell you, as an anime newbie, I had to do my research. And I found out that anime was short for animation. So I called my son, he's a sophomore in college, and I said, tell me about this anime. What is it all about? And so he told me it's animation and it's cartoons and it's translated into English. And so he gave me a 101 crash course. But I do understand now a little bit more about anime. And I understand it will be free and open to all students, what you're planning. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Of course, it is open to all students, and what it does, it offers us a free and fun opportunity to enjoy anime while students can connect with their peers that have basically similar interests.
Wow. That sounds like fun. And this is something that we want for our students to socialize and be well-rounded as well as in their academics.
Absolutely.
So how will this event spotlight HCC's Anime Club?
Well, the Comic Palooza director contacted me, and they basically wanted to highlight because they know about our anime club. Our anime club have participated in their events before. They wanted to highlight the anime club activity and give the students, wonderful opportunity to learn more about our club and also join a community that have the same interest in anime, including Comic Palooza people.
Wow. And I hear you're going to have some Comic Palooza swag.
Oh, absolutely. They want to bring some Comic Palooza swags, and they also will probably offer free badges for next Comic Palooza event, the convention.
So can attendees also get involved with the Comic Palooza?
Absolutely. What basically it does, they are going to discuss how our students can participate in Comic Palooza, from hosting panels to hosting podcasts during convention, and also assist as volunteers with the events, which our students last year did.
It sounds like a way to build our campus community.
Definitely. What it does, it gives us a student engagement opportunity to by creating a place, a shared space, if you will, for cultural appreciation, for collaboration with other students, with other parties like Comic Palooza and the other events.
So now what I understand from my son's 101 crash course, this is kind of like the Marvel, but is it Japanese animation? So
it's a Japanese cultural, yes.
Cultural animation. And so they dress and they can dress out and wear costumes and all of that.
Right, and they call that cosplay. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard that.
Cosplay. See, I learned a new word, cosplay. I'll go back and tell my son about that.
Right, which is basically, I guess a play on costume play. So yes, they at a lot of our events, students actually get to wear costumes and do cosplay a lot. In fact, at the conventions that we've had, not just Comic Palooza, we've had other conventions our students participated. They do do a lot of cosplays.
So with this cosplay, is there a prize for like the best dressed cosplay?
Every convention has that, and they are amazing. You should try that. You should actually come and see that next time.
I think I'll put that on my things to do list because that sounds like a lot of fun.
Right, I'll reach out to you.
Please do. And finally, can you tell us how this offers professional growth opportunities for our students as well?
Yes, but what students basically do, they not only we connect with Comic Palooza to provide them with a lot of these volunteer opportunities, hosting podcasts, hosting panels. It gets them out of their shells. It gets them to socialize. It also and they engage in campus activities. We have partnered with other clubs before, and they can get actually valuable leadership and professional development skills, especially those that run for officer. We have like officers every year, they change, and they actually get leadership abilities, and they can provide that in their CV and resume.
That sounds really, really rewarding for them to hold those offices and be able to take those into their careers when they may have other leadership opportunities as well. It's a fun way.
Absolutely.
Well, we want to thank you, Dr. Nazanin Hebel, the HCC Northwest Biology Professor and advisor of the A-Leaf Anime Village Club. We'll have information in our post after the show. But coming up after a quick commercial break, Sade and I will return with news and announcements. Don't go anywhere.
At Houston Community College, we make your lessons matter. Open the door to real-world education, where passions become careers. Find out more at hccs.edu and let your success take flight.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
All right, well, welcome back. We're going to wrap things out like we always do on Up to the Minute with news and announcements about what's happening at HCC and in our communities. But this is an unexpected announcement because I'm telling you to go clubbing. You heard right. In the club, go clubbing. And I'm talking about joining a student organization. See where your mind went? You're fresh from a snow day and you went somewhere else. But joining a student organization is an incredible opportunity to build community at HCC and build your resume. So HCC students often say that some of the best value they get from their college experience is not always from academics, but those extracurricular activities such as clubs and sports. If you didn't know, HCC does have club sports. So you can learn more about how you can become involved at our HCC Southeast campus, happening today from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at our Student Organization Club Showcase. Details will be posted after the show. And Linda, the people want to hear the announcement, but we got to get you off mute first.
It's cold outside. And what do we do when it's cold? We feed our souls. And we want you to feed the soul with the Global Culinary Conference. HCC culinary students will be integral to the Feed the Soul Global Culinary Conference, part of a nonprofit that helps marginalized businesses and students through educations, grants, and scholarships. It's going to be Sunday through Wednesday, January 26th through the 29th at Rice University, Clark Center. Check out the post after the show.
All right. Well, this announcement is for our faculty and staff members. We are having coffee and conversation with our strategy planning and institutional effectiveness department. As HCC strives to build a culture of exceptional support, that department is inviting faculty and staff to attend its upcoming strategy planning and institutional effectiveness coffee tours. And for short, they call themselves SPY. It'll be our next one will be happening from 9 to 10 a.m. Thursday, January 30th at our West Loop campus. Check the posts and your email for details.
Adjunct Career Fair. Explore teaching opportunities. HCC will host a faculty career fair for adjunct opportunities. Skilled educators can learn about programs and discuss potential roles. HCC encourages all candidates to attend and discover how they can impact our students' lives. It's going to be 9 a.m. to noon, Saturday, February the 15th at HCC West Loop campus, and free parking is available.
All right. Did you know that recent high school grads could earn their degree for free at HCC. If you didn't, tell a parent, tell a high school student, tell a friend that you know someone who would benefit from this. It is called our Eagle Promise program. Eligible high school students are encouraged to apply for the program, and if qualifying students, federal and state grants and scholarships do not cover the total cost of their tuition, they will receive a scholarship, and the Eagle Promise Scholarship dollars will cover tuition, fees, and a book allowance of up to $500 a semester. So now is the time to start thinking about the fall for those high school grads. So check the post after the show for details.
Spring registration continues. It's not too late. Registration for Spring Second Start is still ongoing, with classes being offered in a variety of programs and of various semester lengths. HCC courses are also offered in a range of modalities, including online anytime, online on a schedule, hybrid, both face-to-face and partially virtual, in-person, and hybrid labs. To learn more about our program, start dates, and options to cover costs, visit us at hccs.edu/apply.
All right, well, coming up on Up to the Minute, we will continue our celebration of our 5-year anniversary with our famous culinary alum, Hugo Ortega of Backstreet Cafe, and so many more of our Houston popular restaurants. And next week, the planets will align for HCC astronomy guests to tell us about a 7-planetary alignment coming soon. So thanks so much for joining us for this edition of Up to the Minute. We'll see you next time.